Hello and welcome back to Movers and Mints Daily. This is your show for September 8th, 2022. My name's Goldie and I recap the top Solana NFT projects over the past 24 hours and I introduce you to a popular upcoming mint. In today's top 5, a lot of familiar faces, some projects continue to pump, and we have a new project in the mix. And also for that upcoming mint we're going to be talking about, it's an AI generative artwork type project. So very interesting. I think that might be the future. So before we dive into all this, I do want to let you know that and remind you I'm not a financial advisor. So please do your own research before investing in any projects. Never be willing to put up more money than you can afford to lose. And also, please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to become a YouTube partner. I put a lot of work into this on a daily basis, and I supply you with all kinds of Solana NFT content. So if you enjoy it, give this video a like, drop a comment, share with your friend, and I will get there someday. All right, so let's dive into the top 5 projects, starting with number 5. And that is going to be the KikiVerse. So I do want to reiterate, I did talk about this on a popular upcoming mint in a previous show. Looks like they're doing very well so far. They are brand new, 4.3 floor price right now. In the past 24 hours, they've done 8,500 in volume. This is wild. Yesterday was the most I think I'd seen on a show in the top 5 in terms of volume. I think today beats it. $8,500 in volume in 24 hours, and that's just good for the 5th spot. People are excited about Solana NFTs. They're catching fire. So the KikiVerse, it's a watch to earn animation series. So very interesting idea. You see a million iterations of the blank to earn type projects, and KikiVerse might be inventing a new realm that takes off. So interesting artwork, and they're doing really well so far. So we'll keep an eye on them. Congratulations on a successful start to you. And let's move on to number 4, a new project hitting the top 5. It's the Trippin Bulls Tribe. It's so funny to see kind of the copycat mentality in the Solana NFT space. This is a combination of different projects. Here you got the Trippin Apes, the OK Bulls, all kinds of different projects are influenced here, but 1.35 floor price, nothing crazy, but they've done 9,000 in volume in the past 24 hours. Well, less than 24 hours, because they haven't even been around that long yet. So apparently this project had built a lot of hype within their community, and there's a lot of excitement with these guys. Derivative projects, I'm on the record as saying this, but I think it has to be the right kind of derivative project, but I think derivative projects will have a place in Solana in the future. I have a couple of the Bored Ape Solana clubs and Soul Punks. I think derivatives that can really establish themselves as a strong community, once this becomes mass adopted and people can't afford the original, Bored Apes or Soul Punks, in the case that I was just talking about, I think it is a good second option. And you're starting to see the success of them. Soul Punks and Bored Apes are doing very well on the Solana chain. So a derivative of a Solana project, Solana's just not there yet in the mainstream, but once they get there, you might see some of these projects do well. So Trippin Bulls Tribe, like I said, 9,000 in the past day, and we'll see how this does. Who knows? Derivatives typically tend to bottom out so relatively quick. We'll see if they're here tomorrow. We'll keep an eye on it, and let's move on to number 3. Not a derivative, an OG that's blowing up, that's taken the world by storm since they came on the scene. It's OK Bears, 82 floor price. So they're creeping back up to that 100 mark, that century mark. 11.3 thousand over the past 24 hours, and they have eclipsed 2 million all time, which is just an incredible feat. That's up 141% day over day. So they're catching fire again. People are excited about them. I don't think there's any reason not to be. I don't have any big time Solana blue chip projects in my possession, so OK Bears is definitely one that I aspire to have someday. So I get excited when I see them doing well, but also pretty sad because that means they're just farther out of my price range to get one. But congratulations, OK Bears. They're back, baby. Let's move on to number 2. Talk about insanely impressive projects. ABC. Now, they are down a little bit in terms of their floor price, but man, 29,000 Solana in volume in the past 24 hours. Believe it or not, that's a 60% decrease day over day, but these guys are pumping. There's no Twitter, Discord, no royalties. It's kind of a new concept where they just minted for 1.23 and then just let it go. Now, there is a lot to this project. You can dive into it if you like. Really strong community. It's a community of builders, and they have a lot of, lofty goals. I think they're going to get there. 284,000 in total volume all time. Their all time is August 22nd. So they're marching to 1 million, no doubt, at least in my opinion, within the next, 2 months, which is a very quick time to get to 1 million. But that's just my opinion. We'll see how it goes if they can stay hot. I have no reason to believe they're not going to stay hot. So cool to see projects pop up in a bear market and do very successful like this. And then finally, let's move on to number one, your number one project of the day. No surprise, it's the Utes Mint Tubes. So these guys are changing the game. Frank, part of the D-Gods, creator of the D-Gods, they have been running the space, taken over control basically. They're the premier blue chip project on the Solana chain, and they have really established themselves as innovative and community driven, and you love to see the success of new projects launched by them as well, just like this. Now, the tubes, from my understanding, you minted this, and then you'll have 5 days from the mint date, so I think they're about 3 days away now. You could actually reveal a Ute or hang on to the tube. I think a lot of people are going to hang on to the tubes past the reveal because they're doing 4 levels, I believe. Common, uncommon, mythical, and legendary. So if there's not a lot of legendaries that are revealed and you're still holding onto a tube, that could help increase the price of your tube because the possibility exists that you're holding on to a mythical or a legendary. So we'll see how this goes. I think it's really smart marketing. They're doing great in terms of their D-Gods and all their other stuff they have going on. The price of dust, I think, is around $9. That's their coin native to the D-Gods ecosystem. So it's just really incredible stuff. Congratulations on a successful mint. We'll see, we'll continue to see them in the top 5, no doubt. And that's the top 5 for September 8th, 2022. Let's move on to that NFT launch that's going to be happening soon. Just a quick reminder, I go to the drop calendar on Magic Eden. I filter by the number of upvotes because you need to log into the Magic Eden website in order to cast an upvote, so you can't cheat the system. And I look, and to my surprise today, number 3, 4,821 upvotes is Knuckle Bunny Death Squad. So I was like, wow, these seemingly came out of nowhere. So I'm going to take a look at them. So we'll take a look at the Magic Eden page first. The art is pretty unique, and I'm going to explain why in a second. 1,777 apocalyptic punk rock bunnies created with a combination of AI, generative art, and digital design. Not just a PFP. Knuckle Bunny Death Squad is lore-based IP project with loyalty share, driven by a powerful community, and bringing art as a utility to the Web3 space. Comic, animation, and premium alpha tools are just the beginning. So the AI generative art, if you don't know what this is, you can have a lot of fun with it. You can tell that it's in its infancy, but I think this is the future of where all this is going. You could go on a website, one of these AI things, and say, the Hunchback of Notre Dame riding an eagle past a rainbow, and it'll make that artwork. And sometimes it's way off, sometimes it's really trippy, sometimes it's right on, but you can just tell where that's going. So this art is kind of a hybrid of that. Now I'm on the About the Art page. This is their website. It's a truly unique AI generative art project, although it'll be much more than just an art project, created by Killer Bunny, who created all the base images and refined the process over thousands of iterations to achieve the results and consistency he was looking for and what you see today. And that's the sign of a true artist. He's taken this concept of AI generative art, but he's fine-tuned it and learned to use that to create a new kind of art, which I think is just really exciting. I love that concept, and this is what, to me, Solana is all about: innovation, bringing new ideas to the table. And that's why it's taking a step back. What I was just talking about with the Trippin Bulls is, that's why there's a lot of copycats, because a great idea enters the marketplace and then all of a sudden everyone wants to hop on that smart idea. Let's hop on to their Twitter real quick. 11.8 thousand followers. Now they are going to be minting, I did not mention that, Saturday, September 10th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. As it stands today, the price of Solana is $33.09. So, depending on where that goes, you can see their pinned tweet here is going to be, I'm sorry, that was not their mint price. My bad, skip that. On to their Discord. All right, their Discord, the whitelist mint price, that's what I was trying to get at, is 1.77. So keep that in mind. We haven't seen a ton of fluctuations in the price of Sol recently, so you can expect it to be around that $60, 65, something like that. This USD. Mint date September 10th. They have 6,501 members in their Discord, which is pretty on par with the number of Twitter followers that they have. So to me, that indicates they're not buying followers. It's a pretty organic grassroots community that's really excited about it and voting at it on the Magic Eden launch pad. So in the description below, I have the links for everything that you'll need to know about this project and the top 5 projects we talked about today. So if you have any questions about any of these projects or you're interested, you can take a look and do your own research and check those out. So that's going to do it for today's Movers and Mints Daily. So thanks for following and watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already subscribed, I do this every day. It means a lot. And I'm just trying to bring you a quick recap of the top projects and introduce you to a popular mint every day. So it's September 8th. We're still a couple weeks left of summer. So I'm going to continue to ask until the very last day. When's Solana summer? My name's Goldie. I'm in Frisco, Texas, and I will see you tomorrow for another Movers and Mints Daily. And I also forgot, go Bills.